When you get onto a plane, they say, in case of an emergency, oxygen masks will fall from the ceiling. Then they say put yours on first before helping others. And I think it's so true to life, be it professional, be it personal. You have to look after yourself before you can help others. And that's what my story has been. I'm Sebastian Terry. I'm an international keynote speaker, an author, TV host of my own reality show, and founder of 100 Things and Kindsome.
Well, it was the death of a close friend that spurred Seb Terry to ask himself the big question, how do I live a life without regret?
If today was my last day here, could I look back at everything that I've done up to now and be really happy and proud, knowing that I wouldn't change anything? Well, over my 8-year speaking career, I started in a tiny school in Canada in the middle of nowhere, and now I get to travel around the world speaking to some of the biggest brands in the world, sharing my story, sharing my insights, and I guess ultimately helping people to change their lives in really positive ways. It gives them an agile toolkit to use in every facet of their lives, so that any given moment they can easily give themselves permission to choose what the next step is for themselves and for those around them. The moment I was told my life was in jeopardy was the first moment I ever gave myself permission to consider my own version of happiness. A split-second decision that anyone can do that allows them to tap into and understand their values, the things that turn them on inside, the things that really light them up. The bedrock of a meaningful list is understanding values. Understanding your values, understanding your family values, understanding the values of your organization, and of course, understanding the values of your clients. Retrospectively, what I've learned is that my story really isn't about my list and the things I've achieved. It's simply been a vehicle for me to understand who I am on a deeper level. And the secret, I think, to being a happy person, a happy workplace, a productive workplace that really offers something special to other people, I think it's when we realize who we are and then simply be ourselves. Passion inspires passion. Imagine a world where everybody is passionate about the things that they do. You, family members, people in the organization, your clients. Imagine if everyone's passionate, or you're able to get that out, find what they're passionate about. I deliver 2 keynotes. One is 100 Things, which is centered around my story of creating a list and pursuing that. And that story has very naturally gone to a place where I've now become a lot more helpful and resourceful and productive for other people. So now it's about helping, and that of course is what the Kindsome keynote is about. We all innately have the desire to help someone. The issue is that we can't often find the opportunity. The Kindsome keynote deals very much with emotional intelligence, how to build compassion and empathy, understanding, communication, honesty, authenticity in the workplace. Once you get the hang of that, then you can really impact others outside of your small circle. This isn't a typical keynote, it's more of an opportunity for those in the room to give themselves a moment to really see if they're on course. A lot of us either help ourselves too much or try and help other people too much, and of course this is about balance. I think what organizations are realizing now is that a happy individual is a much better employee. And so if you really kind of focus on the mental state, the work-life balance of your employees, the productivity rates go through the roof, retention of course increases, and it's just a general happier workplace to be in. The untapped potential of human connection can be the difference between a life well lived or a business well led. Companies go through so much change nowadays, and trying to overcome adversity is something that's really common. But if you have a safety net of knowing why you're doing what you're doing, the how will become much more clear and much more apparent. I'm very fortunate now to be in a position where I get to speak to workplaces about how to make social impact. You've got to have fun. It's the best way to learn anything. And if you can walk out of a conference hall and say, I couldn't stop laughing and now I'm so inspired and I'm about to take action, that's what you're after. This isn't a story of one man telling everyone what he's done on a list. Far from it. This is about purpose. This is about growth. This is about connection. I wanted to, number 23 on my list, deliver a baby. Now, can I talk about this? The science around helping people is staggering. It makes you a better person. It makes you happier. You live longer. Your heart is healthier. There's a decrease in disease. I mean, it's endless and it's factual. So if you're able to incorporate that into your workplace, you're doing something pretty special. In the same way, the best way to learn to ride a bike is to ride the bike, not just watch someone do it. I now run a lot of these workshops, which have been really, really successful over the past few years. The idea, of course, is if you use the analogy that our life is like a wheel, the spokes are the things that make this wheel strong. In this ideal world, what are your pillars? What are the things that make you, you? What are the things that without, you just wouldn't feel like yourself? And then at the end of the workshops, people are told to take action. So you're going to do it this week? You're going to action that?
Today.
Today?
Today at lunch.
I can be your accountability buddy.
All right.
All right?
Great.
People have re-inspired their lives. They've re-engaged in their workplace. They've re-inspired their own careers. I think we all have the ability in different ways to make a big impact on the planet, and this is mine. I love speaking, and I think I'm fortunate to say that the feedback's always brilliant. What's on your list? Take a moment today to ask yourself that question, because I think that the answer has a potential to change not just your life, but the life of people you haven't even met yet. And I couldn't think of anything more important. Ask yourself, ask someone on your table, ask a family member, ask a stranger, but ask your client too. Because if you understand the values and they're aligned, magic can happen. And that's what we're here to do, create magic. So thank you so much for listening. I appreciate it. Thank you.
I'm not a big fan of motivational speakers, but you made me one.